I'm up here in my digital transfer studio, my man cave, my yeah, lots of stuff here. A little cubby hole over here with a bunch of totes in it and coat rack and stuff. Anyway, there, you've had a quick tour. I've pretty much exhausted my supply of open reel tapes and cassette tapes that I need to transfer. So I am going to go back to videotapes. And I don't know if you can see this bag down here. This bag is full of VHS tapes. I have one little compact VHS-C tape to do, which I have an adapter for. They have an adapter too, but it's kind of been around the barn for a while. In fact, some of these tapes look like they've been around the barn for a while, but these are some that a friend brought that wanted me to digitize, and I did a bunch back at Christmas time, before Christmas, direct to disc. Well, now that I have my little Porta digitizer, and I put it up there for a minute, because one of the problems with doing these VHS tapes, and there again, they've been around, the outside is dusty. Tapes are typically clean. I've noticed that these little ones, they can get grungy and require me to clean my tape head, which I'm going to show you briefly. This is not a high-end VHS machine, VCR, but anyway, it had 4 screws, 2 in the back, 1 on each end, that hold the cover on, which comes off quite easily. As you can see, there's the innards, and this little gizmo here is the spinning tape head that needs to be cleaned occasionally, and some of the guides around there, and this rubber wheel ought to get cleaned off occasionally. For any of you who have these machines that don't work, that's all you got to do. Q-tip and rubbing alcohol, okay? So I want to be able to take this top off easily, because I'm just going to set these things up and let them run. They'll run for 2 hours. I can come back and check the memory card in my Porta here and edit it as needed, throw away any empty stuff, and just save stuff onto a USB flash drive. And that's the way I'm going to transfer it from now on. The customers, my friends, can sort it out on their computer or whatever. I am finding that very few people have DVD players anymore, much less VCRs. And I'm surprised at that, because Walmart's still selling DVDs. You know, I don't understand the lack of demand there for DVD players. But anyway, people have computers, and some of them don't even have disk drives in them anymore. So I'm wondering. So anyway, so I've got that so that I can take that top off and put it back on fairly easily. Hold on here while there, whoop. There, it's got there it goes. So I can take it off, clean it, put it back together, and go back to work. And so that's my plan. So there isn't a tape in, it won't run without the top on, right? Leave the top off. There's a little trigger in there some places. This top has to be on or I'm not going to work. So otherwise I'd leave it off and just clean it every tape and let it go. But anyway, that's my plan, and we have company coming this morning. Visit from one of our churches, our Advent Christian Church in Auburn, that we were pastors of for, what, 5.5 years? Yeah. And she's coming, good friend, she's coming out for lunch, and we get to see her once or twice a year. Good friend. Anyway, so she's coming out for lunch, and I'm going to have a good visit for a few hours in amongst all of her responsibilities. She takes care of a lot of other people. I say take care of. She provides services for a lot of folks in the Lewiston, Auburn area. Folks that need transportation or whatever. And I say whatever, because she can help with many things. She has a lot of contacts with people who provide other services that she doesn't, and she can help people out. So that's cool. That's cool. And she's a little bit older than I am, but she's still busy. I'm still busy too. I'm not out there driving around the neighborhood, but busy with stuff. Have a great day.